Hi guys, it's me Danielle Danibuttons, and I'm back today for our February buddy color. I was very surprised. You might be seeing a peek of what won, but it was close for a while, and this book was actually in second for a long time. We only got 156 votes this month, which is not our usual, but it's probably since I took so much time off in January and February. But the winner with 54% of the votes was Camellia Andrakova Romantic Miniatures. I was surprised. Cute and Lovely by Jade Summer was winning for a while, and I was surprised because we haven't done a mini in a while. But it pulled it off in the end, 54%. Second place was Cute and Lovely by Jade Summer with 35%, and third place was Romantic Mandalas by Camellia Andrakova with just 11%. So, that's that. Also, in general, please, especially on any of these videos, like the buddy color videos, feel free to put suggestions for future months' buddy colors, because it's always hard to pick which three. And I always seem to pick one book that nobody actually wants to do. So, yeah. Anyway. I asked Sam, I handed him the book and asked him to pick the page we're going to do. And he picked this one. And as you can see, hold on, I ended up starting it the tiniest bit. So what I did was I just add a strip of washi tape to the top and bottom. Basically, I have seen tons of people border their pages with washi tape, especially like my friend Kathy from Spicy Cat Colors does this a lot, and I love how it looks, and I have never done it myself, and I wanted to because I was like, I don't want to do a background. I don't know what's going on. So I was originally going to border the whole thing, but then I really like this heart tape, and it's too thick to put on the sides. Plus, in my opinion, I don't think I would like it with the hearts being sideways. So we're going to try full bordering at another time. But for now, I've just done the top and bottom. And this is a thicker than normal washi, so it really took up a lot of that background space for me. And also, I think it is going to help pick my colors. Originally, I had a crazy idea in mind for the color scheme, but I think I'm going to go much more like warm colors with yellows and reds and pinks, and we'll see. But yes, I'm going to use my Cali Art markers. Let me get my color charts. I have not used Cali Arts in a while. I think they're, yeah. So I just put one, and then I put the other one at the bottom, just to open it to that page for myself. Here we go. Also, I'm probably going to be chatting about my Disney trip. So if you're into that, stick around. And if you are seeing this but did not see my Disney haul, there's actually a giveaway at the end of the haul. So you might want to go back and check that one out. All right, I'm going to start off with the tub and do raw silk. Also, hopefully we have time to do like zhuzhing at the end. So, as you know, I like to keep my videos around half an hour. That's just what works for me. If I need to go longer, I can, but that's always been my sweet spot. So, sorry, I was just looking for my marker. All right, I'm gonna start with this. I am hopefully also gonna add like gold accenting in. That just goes with the red vibes for me. I have a bunch of pages back there, as you can see. So, yes, Disney trip. Since I'm only talking half an hour, I've been trying to think of ways to talk about my Disney trip. And what I think I'm going to do is kind of say like what my favorite experience from each park was. I think that might make sense and be a good talking point, talking board. So, because we ended up going to all of the parks. Well, we went to one day of Animal Kingdom, one day at Universal, and at least 2 days everywhere else. Frequently more than 2 days, including even Disney Springs. So I got lots to pick from and to talk about. And hopefully you all enjoy. I don't want to be like overwhelming with how much I talk about the trip, but I figure this is a good roundup. So, day one, we went to Animal Kingdom. Truthfully, we did not do very much at Animal Kingdom. But that's fine. I think my favorite has to be the safari ride. Because of course. Basically, we actually have a similar safari ride up here in New Jersey. It's actually at the Six Flags. But it's just cool to see the animals. And they do have bigger animals than we have up here. And it just like takes you as if you're on an actual African safari. So you're on like the covered car and you go bumping through. And there were hippos. I really like hippos. Hippos are like becoming a favorite animal of mine in general. So I was very happy to see some hippos. And there were just other big guys. Who else? Elephants, rhinoceri. Let me pick my next color. I'm getting distracted. I think I'm going to do my dog terracotta. The only thing lacking is I don't feel like there's great browns in this. Because I was thinking of maybe even doing black spots. But that's too much like on his face. So maybe, no. I'm so sorry. All right. Let's do the terracotta for the spots. And maybe cream for the rest of him. Is his belly a spot? It could be. So terracotta is 8 to 26. And cream is 411. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so safari. And the safari is a fun time. Because we saw the cool stuff. And it's fun to see them like, oh, I forgot this is dried out. It's fun to see them in space. Like there's enough space for them to walk around and do what they want. And that's really cool. And sometimes they come close to your safari. And that's crazy. So that was my favorite thing at Animal Kingdom. Next day we went to Hollywood Studios. I think that in terms of rides, Hollywood Studios is my overall favorite. So I love a lot of what they got going on. But my favorite ride on this trip was probably the new Mickey's Runaway Railway. I think that's the name of it. And it is basically, if you've seen the cartoons, I didn't know. Apparently the cartoons are already, there's no new ones anymore. So like I somehow already missed that. But we watched so many of the cartoons. I think they just call it Mickey Mouse Shorts or something like that. But there's like a channel in the hotel that just plays these all night. And we watched so many. And they're surprisingly funny. It was making me mad because Goofy doesn't look great. Like they made him look perpetually dirty. I don't know, like Pigpen vibes. So like he's got like dust coming off of him all the time. So I kind of was like anti these cartoons. But we got to watch them and they were actually really funny. And the ride is super cute. And you're like in an episode of the show. And it was just a lot of fun. And there's a nice surprising Daisy scene. And I'm very much into Daisy Duck at the moment. So that was probably my favorite. I got to go on one with our friends, and then Sam and I went on a second time when it was just the two of us. So that is my favorite there. Also, honorable mention, my favorite food at Hollywood Studios. There's actually two things. One that I was waiting for this whole time to have again, and that was the Pop-Tarts at Woody's Lunchbox. They have like homemade Pop-Tarts, and I got them on our honeymoon, and it was like the most exciting thing I had, and so I got them again. And this time it was different seasonal flavors, so it was like a blueberry lemonade and a raspberry, and I actually really like the raspberry one. So that was my favorite that. But another meal, and it was the simplest meal, but I went back and had this a second time on a different day too, is at the ABC Commissary. They had buffalo chicken grilled cheese, and it was so good. It was just like buffalo chicken dip inside the grilled cheese, and I like scooped extra with my french fries, and it was delicious, and I would have that again. We'll have to see if we can recreate that at home. So it was good. I don't know if I'm loving this color combination, by the way, but we're going to see what happens as it dries down. So, and we're here now, so we're going to have to deal with it. Yeah, so that's that. Next park we went to was Epcot. And Epcot is almost 2 parks in itself because there's like the front half with all of the future tech and the, I don't know, a lot of it was also closed for construction. But Living with the Land and Mission Space, all of that stuff in the front. And then the back half with all the countries. So I might consider them 2 different things. So for the front half, our favorite ride is definitely Soarin'. And Soarin' is basically, you go and you sit in this chair and it goes up in the air and then there's a huge screen and you like are flying over the world. And it's just so like relaxing. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's just like comfortable and relaxing. And it's really funny because so many rides, Disney rides, will like splash you with water at different points, like jump scare you, and I kept thinking Soarin' was gonna do that to us, so I was like on the edge of my seat the whole time, but they did not do that to us. So, so that's that one. Hold on, let me pick our next color. So I want to do the bubbles in pink because it reminds me of Mr. Bubbles' bubble bath. So I think I'm going to do that. But I also think I'm going to count these bubbles as a different color because he's like blowing these bubbles, but these are like the bath bubbles. So we're going to see. So I'm going to do the bath bubbles. Fruit pink, I think, which is 302. So, and again, we're going to zhuzh at the end, so hopefully that'll bring everything together. But yeah, so Soarin' is probably our favorite. That we actually got to go on with Shaina, so that was exciting. I think I've mentioned here, but we did. Sam and I got to meet and hang out with Shaina for the day, and it was a great time. I felt bad because it was like the end of our week, and we were like exhausted, so we didn't do very much. But I was worried because I don't know if you ever met somebody new in person. I was just nervous it was going to be awkward. And I don't know about you, Shaina, but I did not think it was awkward. Yay! Like, it went very smoothly. I'm just an awkward person in general, so I was nervous. But I thought it felt just like old friends meeting up, so that was exciting. But, yeah, so we did Soarin'. And that's our favorite front half ride. And now my dad's going to come upstairs singing. Hopefully he will see my sign that says, don't come in because I'm filming, but we'll find out soon. My favorite back half ride is we got to try the new Ratatouille ride. That is one of the rides that they spray water at you randomly. So I love the, I guess we'll call it experience. I don't know. Experience ride might not make sense. But I like the rides that you're just like in the car going through the story. I think that's fun. But I don't like how many rides need 3D glasses. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the 3D doesn't work. But when it works, it's definitely cool. But when it doesn't work, it's annoying to have them on. If that makes sense. So, but the Ratatouille ride was really cool. And there's only like 3 rides in the whole back half. So we did that one. And we did Frozen. And we did the 3 Caballeros ride. Gran Torino? Is that what it's called? I don't know. I'm sure they're going to replace that soon. So, had to do it. But that was Epcot. And of course, we did a lot of eating and snacking in Epcot. Then we went to Universal. And we ended up doing the 2 parks in one day. And I don't know if I know which park is which. So, I don't know.
What we did first.
Okay, I meant Sam interjecting over here. Are you playing games or working?
Both.
I meant I don't know which rides are which. That's right, you don't either. You don't remember. I don't remember, like, when we switched over. Like, what did we do in the second half? Did we do any? Okay, I have my answers, so that's enough. So first we did Island of Adventures, which is where the original half of Harry Potter was. So Sam and I had done this in 2013, but the rides were different. But my favorite is probably still the same, which was the Hogwarts ride, which I don't know what it's called. Forbidden Journey?
I think so.
Sam thinks so. And I was surprised, though, because I definitely got jostled more this time. I don't know if I just didn't remember. But I was getting jostled all over the place. But I just think it's fun. And there's an element in that ride where they, like, pretend that the, like, dragon is spitting fire and they actually warm up the room. And I feel like touches like that are out of this world. And I think they even sprayed in a scent at some point. And I love that. That's a good touch. They spray incense in Soarin' too. So I think that's so cool. So that was my favorite on that half. And then in regular Universal, which is the back half, my favorite was the Simpsons ride. And I just really enjoy the Simpsons ride. And there was a lot of fun jokes. And I just think the whole mechanics are cool. But we actually also got to go on the E.T. ride. And I had never done that before. And I'm only laughing because I also have never seen the movie, by the way, which I know everybody's shocked. I don't know why I've never seen it, but I have not. But in the E.T. ride, they like ask for your name and they like put it on this little card and you have to give it to the worker. And at the very end, when you're leaving, E.T. is like, "Goodbye, Danielle. Goodbye, Sam." And it was the funniest thing to ever happen to any of us. We were all hysterical. And it was like the five of us and then this other couple. And they're like, "Oh, you've never been on before?" And we're like, "No." Because they're like, "Yeah, that's great." So we were dying. And it was so funny. The voice was ridiculous. It was crazy. So that's a good runner-up for, I guess, favorite ride in Universal. But, yeah. And because there was like 8 of us in that car, and he's like, "Goodbye, goodbye." Okay. So that was fun. So that was our Universal day. I think we did pretty good. We basically got to go on everything we wanted to, even though it was only one day. And they're only open for like 10 hours, which I didn't realize when we bought the tickets. Because when we bought the tickets, the hours weren't released yet. But that was a very expensive day. So, because we were almost going to buy the, like, fast passes. But it would have been a very, very, very expensive day. So, that was that. Then, yeah, this is crazy. Because of the snow canceling our original flight and us getting pushed back a day, we ended up not going to Magic Kingdom until the very end. Like, I think that was the last park they went to. And we went 2 days in a row to that. But Magic Kingdom is just like my happy place. No, it's so calming. I don't know. I love Magic Kingdom. I like mostly know my way around, which is shocking because I don't even know my way around my town. I'm very bad at directions, but I know my way around. And my favorite Magic Kingdom ride is probably Big Thunder Mountain. I love Big Thunder. I think it's my favorite of the mountains for sure. And I don't know what it is. It's like, it feels the longest. I don't know if it actually is, but it feels like a long ride. And it's just so fun. You slide back and forth. I wish there were pictures on there because there's definitely moments of like screaming that would have been funny to have captured in picture. And we just ended up going on it a whole bunch of times, which was always fun too. Like the very last day when it was just Sam and I, we did the like paid for Genie Plus line cutting baloney. And our window started at like 9:30 and we ended up getting there at like 9. So we went in line, waited the 15 minutes, and then got right back off and went back in line and went twice in a row. And I just love that kind of stuff. That's probably my favorite in Magic Kingdom. So I think that's all the parks, right? I guess my favorite thing to do in Disney Springs, is that silly? It's silly, but I'm going to do it anyway, is chicken guy. So I love Guy Fieri. Always have. Emily, she does not love Guy Fieri. So I don't, whatever. Bad taste, I guess. But he has a chicken restaurant. And it was so good. We also ate there twice. But you can just like, there's like 30 different sauces you can pick from. And the chicken was just in general really good. So we got chicken. And I got his like barbecue sauce. It had a longer name than that, but I got the barbecue sauce, and I got the like garlic aioli. Delish. Amazing. 10 out of 10. And then what else do we do in Disney Springs? Disney Springs is a lot of like shopping, and it was nice to like walk around. But we didn't do much else there. We didn't really get to go to Disney Springs as often as I was expecting we would because we were just exhausted. We ended up walking 67.7 miles while we were there. I think our record high day was 8.3 miles. And usually, let's see how much I've walked currently. It's 5 p.m. And I have walked 0.43 miles for the day. So 8.3 is a little intense for us. Yeah. So by the end of the day, because in my head I was like, oh, well, every day when we leave the parks, we'll just like go jump over there and get dinner. But no, there was no jumping. There was no dinner. Oh, 107 I'm going to do these guys red, even though it's a little dark for Bubbles. I just want to. Do I want to? Now I don't think I want to. Well, that changed quickly. Now I want to do iridescent medium. All right, so I'm going to do all the rest of the accents in red, and then I will do iridescent medium. Yeah, all right. So that was basically the trip. We had a great time. One day we all wore matching shirts, and that was probably my favorite day because I love matching. Actually, Shaina and I had matching shirts when I was there too. And again, I love matching, so those days excited me the most. And the very last day that it was just Sam and I, we again bought matching shirts to wear, and it was terrible weather. It was very sad. It was raining all day, and basically you couldn't even tell we were in matching shirts because we had to keep our jackets on. It was comparatively like very cold. It was rough. It did get cold one other night. One night we actually went to Disney Springs for dinner, and it got cold, and I was like shaking because I get cold hives, so when it's like super cold, I just can't handle it. Sissy moves, so yeah. But other than that, we had pretty good weather. In fact, it got really hot some days. It was up to like 85 degrees. We got to swim in the pool only, I want to say 1.5 times. I wish it was more. Like our plan for when it was just me and Sam was going to be to swim in the pool, but then it ended up being cold and rainy. But we like very intentionally took a halftime lunch break that we stayed in the hotel for a few hours to go swimming. And then one night when we came back, we all soaked our feet, which was fun. So the weather was mostly good. Because obviously, like, we were prepared for the heat, not so much for the cold. All right, let me see what I'm going to do next. I need to, like, gather supplies. We're getting close to time, so I think we're going to make it. I'm turned around in case I sound weird. Hold on. All right, I'm going to first use my gold. This is Mondo Llama, which is Target's brand. And again, I'm just going to do the accents for our tub. Gold. This is a paint pen. I don't know if I said that out loud. I just said it was Target brand. It's a Target brand paint pen. yeah, check out my haul if you haven't. I'm doing a giveaway. I wish I could give away more, but I was not really too impressed by the merch this time. Like, I had restraint, which you might watch the haul and be like, did you? But yeah, I had big plans. So I also think I was under budget, which doesn't make any sense to me because we never know how to budget for food. But, and then obviously, like, we spent a day intentionally just eating all day because that's like snack around the world. We ate in every country except we all missed Norway, which was sad. And I don't know why, but it didn't stick out. Whew. Can't wait to go back. I have no plans to go back, but I want to have plans to go back. I'm already like, all right, Sam, when are we going again? I'll have a countdown ready. He's like, not yet. All right, I'm gonna get my iridescent medium, and I'm gonna get, no, hold on. I think I'll just get glitter markers. Trying to figure out. It feels too bold. I really want to do, I was going to do iridescent medium for the whole bubbles, but now I'm wondering if I should do it for all of the like bubble blops. And then do something else for the bubbles themselves. So I'm like, okay, I'll do glitter. But then that feels a lot. But I might do it anyway. Because why not? We like glitter. We can be a lot. Also, in general, I don't know if it seems like that at this moment, but I've been doing better at keeping my desk clear. So it's been so nice. I know I complain about that in so many videos. I'm like, oh, what you can't see is stuff everywhere. So I've been better, and I hope to be able to keep it up because, it makes such a huge difference, and I'm like mad at myself for being so bad at it. But I definitely will be cleaning up after this because this is a lot of stuff going on right now. I got like 4 different sets of things out. The iridescent medium. This is a big space for these glitter markers. Let's see how we do. I don't know how it's looking on camera, but it's pretty good here. You can see kind of. Ooh. Cute. Should I only do the U and then do the rest of them in a second color? Because then it's like, I heart you. Let's do the U first, then we can decide. Beautiful. Samuel, can you see from there?
What?
Can you see from there? Yeah. So, should I do these bubbles in also red, or then it won't say I heart you as noticeably?
Different shade of red.
I have pink.
Okay.
That's what I thought too. Pink might be really neon though, so this could be ruining our vibes, but here we go. I wish I had clear in the Dollar Tree ones. I think I'm still missing one of the Dollar Tree packs. I don't know. I haven't been to the Dollar Tree in a while. Like, are they all officially $1.25 trees now? I don't know. I don't want to find out. I'm so sad. But honestly, it's just also annoying for the math of adding up how much you get, because that 25 cents is going to add up quick. I'm going over the line a little bit. I always do this when I get to the end of the page. I'm like, I'm almost there, and then I get sloppy, which is annoying, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to change that about myself. All right. Okay, so finally, I'm going to do my iridescent medium let me get my pen or paintbrush. Is this my new one? Where's my old one? If you were my paintbrush. Where? Oh, I see it. Okay. Woo! Almost threw everything on the ground. Wouldn't be the first time. Yeah, this is my incredibly crusty old one that I now basically just use for this. This is the Liquitex iridescent medium, and you can mix it with things to like make other things shiny, but I usually just use it plain, and I shake my lid and then just use that to paint out of. And I'm just gonna paint all of the swoobly doops, the shiny points on the bubbles. And I don't know if it's making a huge difference on the camera, but I can tell in person, and it's nice. But yeah, I've mixed this iridescent medium with eyeshadow before to make like my own colors of paint. You can mix it with like acrylic paint. The jar I have will last me my whole lifetime unless I spill it, but I don't want to jinx it, because I did say this before and then I ended up having to throw out a chunk because I poured out too much and I couldn't get it back in. So, but I still think it'll last for many years. Cute, cute, cute. Also, this year in general, I still want to work on getting better at highlighting with white gel pen, but I don't think I would do it in this page. But I need to remember to work on that, because I just always think it looks cool, but I never do it myself. So, that's it. We are almost at the end of my break. I've been watching lots of Olympics. So, I think it's over Sunday? When's the 20th? The 20th should be when the closing ceremonies are. But I love the Olympics. I like summer more than winter. But winter, there's just less to watch, which is kind of nice, because summer, I get intense with it. So, but now we have like an actual 2 years off. So that's sad. Oh, text message. But yeah, so one more video this month, which would be my finished pages. And then next month, I'm going to probably be much closer to previously scheduled programming. My goal is going to be at least 8 videos a month. So we'll see. But here we go. I think that is done. Can you see the shine? I think you can tell. It's really wet right now, but you'll be able to tell. What do you think, Sammy? You picked it. Cute, shiny.
Very shiny. I think it came out pretty good.
I know it was not your vision, because you wanted me to do something blue. But that's it. I don't remember what you wanted blue. The tub or the bubbles?
Blue.
Oh. So that's it. If you would like to join me, please do that and tag me on Instagram, which is at DannyButtonColors, right? I think so. It's always linked down below. I never remember where the S is, but I think it's singular Danny Button Colors. And I'd love to see. And it's my favorite part is seeing what everybody else does, because everybody always comes up with cool color combinations that I would never even think of. So I look forward to that. Let me know if you have this book, what's going on. And again, if you have any recommendations or suggestions or requests, I should say, for future books for the poll, always feel free to leave them down below. As for now, that's it for me. Our secret word is going to be bubbles, because why not? So, like this video if you liked it, comment anything down below, including the word bubbles. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm a fun time, and I'll be back next week with my finished pages. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye, friends.